reason why I say Enzo Maresca is a miracle worker is because of this Chelsea squad. Some of the things this man has been able to achieve with this current Chelsea squad, like beating PSG in that Club World Cup final, is supposed to be impossible. Hence, the only thing I can explain it with is a miracle. He works miracles. Because some of these players in this Chelsea squad are supposed to be mid-table players in the Premier League. They're supposed to be playing the Championship. I just rewatched the game now because I didn't have an opportunity to watch it during the weekend. And my goodness, what a disgrace. Chalobah and Tosin Adebayo, you should be ashamed of yourself. Those guys combined should have cost Chelsea about 7 to 10 points this season alone. Chalobah in particular. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is disgraceful defending. And Chalobah has shown consistently that it's not Chelsea's level. I know it came late, but please like the video, subscribe, and share. That's how you can support me and this channel for absolutely free. Yeah, continue enjoying the video. He showed it in the Bayern Munich game. He showed it in the Manchester United game where he cost them those points. He showed them in the Brighton game. So that is Manchester United, 3 points gone. Brighton, 3 points gone again. Because if Chelsea had 10 men, it was 1-0 up until that red card, and they considered 3 goals. And yesterday again, that was one of the most shambolic defending I've seen. Tosin was already with him. You are standing there. You are looking at him. Tosin is holding him. You are there as escort. You are escorting him to the post. You are guiding him. You know when the bouncer is there, they are leading him. Yeah, sir, please follow this way. Do you know how bad as a defender you have to be to say that? That is why Chelsea fans always spread hate about this Chalobah guy. That's one of the most outrageous and abominable defending I've seen in my life. How can you be there watching? Tosin has already held him. What are you supposed to do? Go around and collect the ball. Okay, if you're not going around to collect the ball, block the runner that was coming to score. No. Oga was just standing there, clearing the space. Come and do whatever you like. Me, I'm just there. I'm just a watchman. You and Maniki, no difference. You and all the Chelsea fans that were in Stamford Bridge Stadium watching, no difference. You and all the Chelsea fans around the world that were watching the match, no difference. You let the guy come in and then he scored. 3 points gone. Chelsea lose at home to Sunderland. Yes, Enzo Maresca could have done some things better. But the point remains this. The recruitment has to be looked upon. The sporting directors, those who buy the players, there are so many things you look at before you even talk about Enzo Maresca. Because I believe that Enzo Maresca has outperformed what he has been given at this Chelsea team. How many of the players are elite at Chelsea currently? That I say they are very good. Palmer, Caicedo, Cucurella, Reece James. Which other player will you call? In the most expensive squad in the entire Premier League. Which other one will you open your mouth and say, yes, this player can give me a 7 out of 10 every week consistently? It's too poor. Losing to Sunderland at home is a massive disgrace. It's a massive, massive disgrace. And now that takes Chelsea to where in the table? 9th position. There's only so much Enzo Maresca can do. Let's analyze the losses for this season for Chelsea. And go back to how many of them and tell me how many of them are not down to individual mistakes. Enzo Maresca can coach a team win and the attackers will mess up or the defenders will mess up. There was a period of time where every game Chelsea players were getting red cards. Getting red cards. 9 out of 10 times, when there are 10 to 10 men on the pitch, Chelsea comes out with a win or at the very least a point. A game where I can fault Enzo Maresca that, yes, I'll say it's Enzo Maresca's fault 1,000%, was that game was it Brentford? Where he rotated the squad because he had Champions League in midweek, then he now went to lose to Bayern Munich again. That's very fine. That was Enzo Maresca's fault. That was his naivety. He has never experienced being in the Champions League. Throughout last season, he was in the Conference League. He had the luxury of playing two different squads. He could play one squad in the Conference League, then come to the Premier League, play another squad. Fine. Palmer did not start playing in the Conference League until like the semi-final or something like that. But now in the Champions League, you have to play all these players all through. That was a mistake from him. But now, if you go and analyze most of the Chelsea losses for this season, let's look at them. Sunderland, individual mistake. Brighton, individual mistake. Manchester United, individual mistake. No other loss apart from Bayern Munich. So all the losses Chelsea has had this season, except for the loss against Manchester United, against Bayern Munich, was down to individual mistake. Do not forget, out of the 4 wins in a row that Enzo Maresca got before this Sunderland game, Cole Palmer, their best player, was out. Their best attacker was out. The attacker that also enhances a player like João Pedro. João Pedro's performance without Palmer has dipped severely. But that is because of the absence of their best player. And yes, João Pedro should be doing better 100%. He was disappointing very bad in that game. Pedro Neto, I know he got an assist, but if you watch that game, honestly, he disappointed me. There was one counter-attack that him and Garnacho were doing their village people. I know Garnacho too scored his first game, but I look at the recruitment and how many of these players are actually elite for the money spent. That is just my analytics. You understand? You have to go back to the recruitment. What were they doing when we were buying some of these players? We said it before the season started. Chelsea fans said it. Get a centre-back in. I know it's a horrible thing that Cole will tore his ACL, but you had the silver lining that he did it before the season. Transfer window was still open. Chelsea could have easily gone out and gotten an experienced centre-back. This centre-back pairing right now, there's no experience, number one, and there's no quality. Your only quality player is inexperienced. That is Achumepong. How much do you want to put on him? How many things do you want to put on that young man? So right now, the Chelsea board have to go and look at it and plan a strategy for the January transfer window and getting a centre-back. Because right now, this pairing of Chalobah and whoever else, whether it's Tosin or some other guys, is absolute rubbish. In fact, I wouldn't say try Gerald Hato there in centre-back position. Right now, you just need a centre-back that is confident and knows that knows what he's doing. Because that defending from Chalobah, my goodness, it was a horror. It was beyond disgraceful. It was poor. And if you want to blame Enzo Maresca for those losses, my brother, I don't know what you are saying. Yes, he's the coach of the team. He bears some blame. There are some things we could have done better. But I'm telling you, based on the things given to him right now, I believe he's outperforming. I'm telling you, I believe he's outperforming. I don't see many managers in the world that will come and do anything more special with this Chelsea squad. If you want to say Luis Enrique coming, look at the PSG squad. There's quality all around. Nuno Mendes, best left back in the world. Hakimi, all these players were good before he went there. Vitinha, yes, okay, he has improved certain players like Dembele has become a Ballon d'Or winner now and stuff like that. That is fine. But at the core, there's quality. And there's still the factor that they play in a weaker league. This is the Premier League, for God's sake. Every game is a tough match. And you cannot be going into tough games. You cannot be going to war with players like Trevor Chalobah in your defense. No. Your defense is in trouble. You cannot be going to war with Tosin Adebayo in your defense. No. You cannot. Your defense is open. You are telling your opponents, please come and kill us. We have nothing to offer. We cannot defend ourselves. And that is basically what you are telling your defense right now. So now that we have critically analyzed it and we have established the fact tonight that the individual errors are what is killing Chelsea, I think more of the blame has to go to the players in this scenario. And where I will now blame Enzo Maresca is if he keeps doing the same thing. He has to find something deep into your academy. Try and find some people that you can trust. That is what Barcelona did when the players at the top were failing. Go to your academy. Go and find some players. You cannot keep living like this. You work hard. Then one defender will now mess everything up. Chelsea's defense is so poor right now that if you play set pieces, if you throw crosses into the box, because of their lack of leadership in defense, lack of proper centre-backs, lack of coordination, you can easily score Chelsea from a set piece. Score them from a corner. Score them from a cross. It still boils down to the centre-back pairing. And to the fact that many of these players that are currently playing for Chelsea are not Chelsea standard. Gui, a good player, but not Chelsea standard. Garnacho, he's trying. But is it Chelsea quality? Like that Chelsea quality that we know. For God's sake, this is Chelsea Football Club. And many players, I look at it. And for me, I always say Esteval should be starting. Esteval should be starting every game. Not every game, but he should be starting more than he is currently. I believe Enzo Maresca has one of his best weapons and he's underutilizing him. He can do so much more for you, Enzo Maresca. So, poor weekend for Chelsea. I think now in the league, I don't think that's back-to-back losses. This is their first loss. But they were on a 2-game winning streak and they lost, and now they play Tottenham next. And they should be getting a win there. Tottenham is third place. Who is at home? Who is away from home? Let me see. Tottenham is at home. 3 points lean. Chelsea always beat Tottenham at home. So, I mean, it's not something I'll be surprised if Chelsea win that game. But this centre-back pairing, I think Enzo Maresca needs to figure it out and sort it out. That is why I call on Enzo Maresca to do something. But in any case, please do make sure you like the video, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys' support. 60,000 subscribers. We are pushing. Thank you guys so much. Adika Sticks is out. Peace out.